clouds made of. Some clouds look like they're made of cotton wool.
Cotton wool?
Clouds are made of billions of water
Droplets
and ice crystals.
Crystal.
They're so tiny and light that they float in the air.
Float in the air. Okay.
Without rain, no plants will grow. Then what will we or it? You leave your umbrella on Mount Hawaii in Hawaii. It rains there for.
Okay, now can you read it? Number 1. Simple rewording.
Clouds are made of cotton. They
Even though
they
might look like it.
They're actually formed from
countless tiny water droplets. When do you say countless? Tons of thousands, we can't count it, okay? And ice particles. So small and light
so
that they can stay suspended in the air. Suspended means okay, stay there. Okay. So what about number 2? Scientific term.
depict their fluffy appearance.
When do you say fluffy? Very light.
Yeah.
They can float in the sky, okay? Do you know the cat's kind of fur? They're so fluffy. They can float in the sky. So if you raise cat, okay, that you might inhale the tiny hair, fur. It's pretty bad, It can get into your lung, okay? It can cause a lot of lung cancers.
What's lung cancer?
Pam. It's pretty bad, okay? So don't raise cat, at home.
To have mask and
you got to wear a mask when you
and I need to
raise cat. Clean it all the time, okay? Because you can say grubbing,
Yeah, long ago in the playground, I touched some kind of cat fur, but I look inside. There's a spider, and I noticed it was a spider web. I have touched this.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's so gross, Okay, keep going. Despite their fluffy appearance, clouds consist of
a
vast number of minuscule water. Minuscule means minuscule, very, very tiny, okay? Droplet and ice crystals. These particles are light enough to remain airborne due to air current. What about number 3? Descriptive style. Although
they seem
like fluffy cotton balls in the sky, clouds are actually made up of billions of microscopic drops of water. And bits of ice. The small size and low weight allow them to drift through the atmosphere. Can you repeat number 1 to number 3? Okay, go ahead.
Simple rewarding clouds aren't made of cotton, even they might look like it. They are actually formed from countless tiny water droplets and ice particles so small and light that they can stand suspended into the air. Scientific tone. Despite their fluffy appearance, clouds consist of a vast color of minuscule water droplets and ice crystals. These particles are light enough to remain airborne due to air current. This creative style. Although they seem like fluffy cotton balls in the sky, clouds are actually made of billions of microscopic drops of water and bits of ice. Their small size and low weight allow them to drift through the atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Atmosphere. So take one. Okay, here. Then, second one. Okay. Can you read it?
When does rain fall from clouds?
Okay.
Rain falls when water droplets in a cloud start joining together. They get bigger and heavier until in the end they are too heavy to float and fall to the ground as rain. The rain begins when tiny droplets in the cloud merge and grow. Once they become...
Okay, then paraphrase one. Try.
Rain begins when tiny droplets in the cloud merge and grow.
When you say merge,
Yeah.
merge means get together, join, okay? So merge and grow. The next one. Once they become large
and heavy
enough,
they can no longer stay
suspended
into
the air, fall to the ground. Okay, they don't float, they start, fall to the ground. What about paraphrase two?
When the water drops inside the cloud combine and becomes heavier, they eventually fall to earth because the cloud can no longer hold them.
What about paraphrase three?
Rain happens as cloud particles stick together and increase in size. As they grow too heavy to remain in the sky, gravity pulls them down as rainfall.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity is a force, pulling, toward the center of the earth. So paraphrase one, you go first. Paraphrase one.
Begins with tiny droplets in the earth merge and grow. Once they become large and heavy enough, they can no longer stay suspended in the air and fall to the ground.
What about paraphrase two?
When the water drops inside the cloud, combine and becomes heavier, they eventually fall to earth because the cloud can no longer hold them.
Paraphrase three.
Rain happens as cloud particles stick together and increase in size. As they grow too heavy to remain in the sky, gravity pulls them down as rainfall.
Okay, when I ask you questions, please answer them, okay? Then, once they become large and heavy enough, then what step they do?
Then gravity pulls them down?
Yeah, gravity pulls them down as rainfall. So, when the water drops inside a cloud, combine and become heavier, what happened to them?
Then they fall.
They eventually fall to earth. Why? What's the reason of their falling? The cloud can no longer hold them. When does rain happen?
Rain happens when
as cloud particles stick together and increase in size. Okay?
Yeah.
When does gravity pull them down as a rainfall? When they grow too heavy to remain in the sky. Then, what about the other questions? So, what are clouds made of?
So the cloud is made of some.
Even they look like it, but actually, clouds are not made of cotton.
They're made of billions of water droplets and ice crystals.
Okay. Then what happened next? After they got so small and light, did they fall to the earth or do they stay suspended in the air?
They fall to the earth.
Suspended in the air, okay? Despite their fluffy appearance, what does cloud consist of? Clouds consist of vast number of minuscule water droplet and ice crystal. Okay?
Yeah.
Then although they seem like a fluffy cotton bars in the sky, that what actually cloud made of?